to bring you something that is not talked about by any other fragrance reviewer yet. This is probably, in my opinion, one of the coolest new fragrance brands out there. I don't think that it's going to stay quiet. I think this is going to be one that's going to literally blow up. Keep watching, guys. Stay tuned. What's going on, people? My name is Joshua and this is our channel, Scentsense. All my returning guests and my loyal subscribers, thank you so much. And to all you new people who are trying to decide if you want to stick around or not, don't be like Anthony Davis. Don't leave me high and dry. Today we'll be talking about a brand new fragrance house, a fragrance house that's taking a unique approach to fragrances. You have other indie or niche houses such as zoologists or imaginary authors that take a unique approach to fragrances. Imaginary authors will take a fragrance, tell a story, a unique story that doesn't really exist, and you smell it with every note that you smell. Zoologist puts a different spin when it comes to bringing animals to the forefront of fragrances. Each fragrance is based off of an animal and its habitat. But today we won't be talking about those brands. Today we'll be talking about a brand that goes note for note by joining fragrance notes and music notes. I like to be the very first to go on the record and tell you that I think this is probably going to be the biggest fragrance brand of 2019. The brand we're talking about is Jusbox. The first one we're going to talk about is 14 Hour Dream. I'm just going to jump right into it. First things first, I just want to show you these bottles. This has got to be one of the coolest and sickest bottles I've ever seen in the fragrance game. So it's got the name of the brand, the name of the fragrance. It's got this orange color on the sides that seems to almost bleed through to where when you look from the front, you can see it from the front, the side painting. The bottom is a solid color of the same color of this, which matches with the letters on the front. And also, the coolest part is the cap. Look at that right there. It's a vinyl record. Maybe this will help. Try to get that edited out. So each fragrance tells a story of a particular time or maybe person or persona of music. 14 Hour Dream takes us down memory lane when it came to a time where rock music in the late 60s and early 70s were going towards more of a psychedelic feel. Yes, drugs such as LSD, Molly, all of these things were running rampant and people were finding themselves. There was a concert in London, which I think was called the 14 Hour Dream, and at the very end of it, the very last band to play was Pink Floyd. If you go to their website and you check out this fragrance and you read about the notes and about the story of the fragrance, you can also listen to music that they play at the same time to truly give you an encapsulating and enveloping feel of learning and experiencing this fragrance. Some of the notes that I find are more present when it comes to this fragrance are cedarwood, guaiac wood, patchouli, and vanilla. Go ahead and spray the sucker on my hand just to get a refresher. It's got a great sprayer. This has got a sweet but slightly resinous feel to it. It has some orris root in it. It's really unique, but yet reminds you of other times and other places and other fragrances. This is supposed to be reminiscent of that time when people were hanging out in the studio and maybe smoking and doing some things that, you know, may be frowned upon. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you and I'm not gonna tell you that I wore this fragrance for an extended period of time. This is more of like a first impression. I definitely will be reviewing this one and the other one I'm gonna speak about in length. But as far as what it's about, I just had to tell you guys about it because, man, there's nothing else like this. So moving on to the next one, let's wrap it up with this one, 14 Hour Dream. So as many of you know me, I don't like to talk about who made the fragrance, fragrance notes. I don't dive that deep into it because I think fragrance should evoke more of a emotional response. But when it comes to these, I feel like the notes are like music notes. You need to experience them to understand exactly what this fragrance is about. This fragrance was actually made by Dominique Ropion, or however you say his name. He's a very respected name in the fragrance industry. He definitely has made some really great things, kind of like the things he's made for Frederic Malle. But before I go any further, let's just check out this bottle, just like we did with the orange one. Just like you saw before, it says Jusbox, Feel and Chill. You have the blue on the sides, as you can see it through the side from the front of the glass. Also solid blue on the bottom with the vinyl on the top and the color-coded cap to match. Just like before, fantastic sprayer. Speaking of that sprayer, let's go ahead and spread this bad boy on the other hand. Unless you've been living under a rock or this is the very first time you've ever seen this channel, probably one of my favorite fragrance notes is fig. It's probably because of the fresh and invigorating and inviting note of fig and what it does for me, but I find that fig fragrances often make you just feel good. The main players that you're gonna smell the most in this are watermelon, fig leaf, musk, and cardamom. The big players are going to be fig and watermelon. You're going to get a juicy, fresh watermelon that is rounded well with the invigoratingly fresh fig leaf. The musk gives it a great base, and the cardamom kind of gives it this fluffy sweetness, something that helps it project away from you, because when it comes to fig fragrances, as we all know, they tend to stay really close to the skin. This smells very, very natural, and it gives off slightly a hippie vibe. Hence the name, Feel and Chill. This fragrance is supposed to be evocative of the kinds of music and melodies you get from maybe reggae music such as stuff from 311, or maybe from Bob Marley, kind of music that you can listen to sitting back and just relaxing. For you people who, like to smoke the weed. And as I said before with the previous fragrance, both of these fragrances are listed on their website along with many, many others with a story about where they came up with this fragrance and the idea behind it, which also has all the notes listed and the music playing in the background. And as I also said previously with the fragrance before, I plan on wearing both of these very much next week, and I plan on definitely checking them out and letting you know about each individual one in some upcoming reviews. As far as availability, I hear they're available in Bloomingdale's, but when it comes to where I would purchase these from and where I will be purchasing them from in the future, it will be at perfumology.com. No, Perfumology is not just a fragrance brand who has great offerings such as Grange and Clutch. They also have a storefront and a great website. So if you're in Philly and you're looking for a place where you can learn more and more about fragrances that are unique and diverse and aren't just the status quo, you should definitely go in person and check out Perfumology and tell Near I sent you. But if that isn't in the cards for you and you want to check out Jusbox fragrances and you want to buy them online, I'm telling you, the customer service is second to none, and you should go check out Near at perfumology.com. If you're a collector, these will definitely work for you. If you love music and you're also into fragrance, knockouts. And if you just really want a pretty bottle to put on your shelf, these will definitely get that done too. Now, I did receive these from Jusbox, but I can tell you that I will definitely probably purchase nearly every single one from the line. Because when it comes to collecting things, if I'm really truly inspired, I'm gonna want them all. And I'm telling you that each individual one tells a unique and inviting story that is blended perfectly with a scent that you're not gonna forget. So in closing, go check out Jusbox perfumes online. You can easily Google their website. It's just Jusbox, Jusbox. And also, if you're looking for a place to purchase them and you're looking for fast, great customer service that's second to none, go to perfumology.com. All right, y'all, make sure to keep watching and keep checking in from time to time. I will definitely be doing reviews on these when I get more and more information and more experience with them. But man, these are just really, really good. I thank y'all so much for stopping by, and as always, I'll smell you later. Peace.